right, we are just a couple minutes late. I do apologize. I was running over on the Virgo reading a little bit. But we're here and we're doing Capricorn next. Thank you very much for stopping by. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are doing the weekly reading for October 20th to the 26th for Capricorn. So far I've already uploaded the fire signs, and I have the streams are already up, should be up for Virgo and Taurus. All right. And so this is the final of the 3 earth signs, and I do appreciate you stopping by. All right, Capricorn, let's get right into your romance angel messages. If you're new to my channel, of course, I pull out 3 romance angel messages for the week, 3 animal spirits, and then we get into a series of forecasts to see what you may or may not be dealing with this week, Capricorn. And let's get right into it. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And of course, that is with all things. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Again, a reaffirmation of positivity and sort of enthusiasm, motivation. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Wow. Now, of course, my weekly readings are general, right? The spreads can be in life and career, love, whatever case may be. But I still pull the romance angel messages sometimes just to give a feeling of what is going on in your relationships this week. And so for some of you, it's certainly going to be very positive in terms of your relationships this week. Friendships, right? Love affairs, etc. This positive energy can impact other areas of your life, right? Your career and your life challenges. So it still all very much applies to your sort of general experience for the week. We're going to pull out your animal spirits, lovely Capricorn, and see what kind of energy is coming in, what kind of energy you're riding with this week, supporting you. This can be events or individuals. Also just be energy that you're drawing on from within to help you get through a particular scenario. All right, guys. First out, we have the hummingbird. Air energy. Very nice indeed. Beautiful. Regular player on my readings. Cheetah. Wow. All right. Fire energy coming in for Capricorn. And the octopus. Water energy. Oof, messy, right? Interesting. So, let's get right into your animal spirits, and then we will pull out your actual forecast for the week. Capricorn, hummingbird is coming in. Now, hummingbird is beautiful air energy. This is someone who resonates with a lot of spiritual resourcefulness, right? They can certainly indicate the ability, this person has the ability to sort of give you exactly what you need, right? In a situation, spiritually, give you exactly the right enthusiasm that you may need, etc. Being around the hummingbird individual, the person who resonates with hummingbird energy is really, really beautiful. You know, this person is oftentimes very enthusiastic about whatever it is you're going through in life, right? They're oftentimes very helpful, very industrious, right? Very good worker, very skilled at sort of coming up with solutions quickly and not tiring of having to be called on for help. This is really a good friend. This is the close friend. This is the one who's always going to be there and always going to help you find a solution to a scenario, you know, that you may not have been able to find a solution to until now. Now, of course, cheetah energy is coming in. And cheetah energy is interesting indeed because the cheetah is fire energy. And with cheetah energy, we're talking about this kind of ability or momentum to really sort of go after what you desire, right? This is really sort of very, this is a sun energy in a sense emanating from the cheetah, right? This is one of the most fiery animal spirits in the deck, and someone who's resonating with cheetah energy can be incredible to watch them as they go about sort of manifesting their destiny, right? They just go after what they want and they achieve it. It can be awe-inspiring to witness someone who resonates with this energy sort of go about life, right? They just, you know, their momentum is incredible, their stamina is incredible, their ability to sort of think very quickly, right? It's all really very sort of like inspirational, right? And so someone can come into your life resonating with cheetah energy, and they can be very inspiring for you. They can whip you kind of up in a way, right? And get you kind of motivated to do more, or to, you know, take some risks, or to see your vision. You can even see with the card the way the cheetah's kind of seeing his vision, right? He's like looking forward. He doesn't look behind him, he looks forward. And it's almost as if that fiery energy is really just emanating from within. You know, you can't deny the person who resonates with cheetah energy is that person in the group that just you can't deny them in a way, right? You know who they are. And they make you want to be a little bit like them in a way, because they're just so focused and so driven, but in such a very magnanimous sort of spectacular way. Very masculine energy. This is very masculine solar energy, right? So we're talking about someone definitely who is very sort of that's not gender specific, but just masculine in the way that they go about their lives. Now we have octopus, water energy. Now the octopus is extremely messy. What can I say? Octopus energy is very messy indeed. We're talking about, you know, that kind of energy that is getting its tentacles all into everybody's business and affairs. The octopus oftentimes doesn't have the boundaries. You know, this is the too much information person, right? This is also the person you ever sit and talk with somebody, and after a little while of talking with them, you know, they get up and walk away, and you're like totally exhausted. You know, they've just sucked like all of the energy right out, right? Again, this is also octopus energy at play, right? If you feel as though somebody's just really sucked the life out of you, and there's nothing that, you know, is, you know what I mean? It's like they just, ugh. You know, it's like just too much. Everything about them is too much. Octopus energy is at play. And so when the octopus shows up in a reading, it's really a warning, because you may be resonating with octopus energy, or somebody in your life is resonating with octopus energy. Whatever the case may be, what ends up happening is relationships become extremely messy. People get hurt, right? It's not just the case that the octopus is annoying and an energy sucker, but if you're dealing with somebody like this on a regular basis, take care, because this can quickly turn into sort of a messy affair, you know? Certainly upset feelings, right? It can turn into sort of real problems. Right? Because the octopus kind of, not only does he give too much information about himself, but he seeps in and gets too much information from you emotionally. This is a water elemental animal spirit. So emotionally, you know, not only does he drain you, but he also collects a lot of, you know, sort of your info, right? The intel. And before you know it, you get caught up in very messy sort of situations, especially with friends, family, right? Take care when octopus energy is at play. This could be somebody in your life right now who is just, you know, someone you just don't need right now, right? Someone that you don't necessarily need to indulge right now when you're kind of certainly if you're resonating with cheetah energy, Capricorn, and you're really about kind of manifesting your destiny right now and going after something, if you have any sort of people in your life who are resonating with octopus, you really need to set boundaries. That's the thing what you have to do with octopus, set boundaries. Let them know that, you know, what you're willing and not willing to sort of accept from them, and what areas you're willing or not willing to allow them into, and be very strong about that, you know. All right, so let's get right into your 3-card spreads. I'm going to pull out anywhere from 5 to 8 3-card forecast for the week, my lovely Capricorn, just to see what you may or may not be going through this week. All right, straight out the gate, we have Justice, Judgment, and 10 of Swords. All right, so for some of you have really gone through a very difficult time. I want to say you felt like it's really been the particular stage in life that you've been in, and if this resonates with you, it's not for all of you, of course, right? The particular stage of life you've most recently been in has felt very imbalanced, right? It's felt out of balance in the sense that you may have been very successful in one area, but it's been feeling very much at the risk or the expense of another area in your life. For some of you Capricorns, this could very much be that, yes, you've been doing well with your career, but it's been at the expense of your emotional well-being or deeper relationships, right? Whatever the case may be, there has been a certain level of imbalance going on with you up in most recently. However, it's interesting because Judgment comes in and you begin to understand, I think for some of you, you begin to understand that there is room in your life for different things, different sides of yourself, right? And not to be so hard on yourself. I think this is very much a case of some of you have had an imbalance in your life because you've been extremely tough on yourself and self-judgmental, right? Some of you may have been dealing with some misplaced guilt about other parts of your life or scenarios in your life. Whatever the case may be, you've been very hard on yourselves. You've very much been in this denial phase. And I want to say that it's also been a very difficult period where you've taken a lot of knocks to your ego. You've gone through a lot of very emotionally difficult and sort of testing time, right? Testing phase. And during this period, it's like you've been your own worst sort of enemy, but you're coming out of it, right? You're starting to sort of let go of some of the harshness that you've almost been putting on yourself, I want to say. You let go a little bit of the judgment that you've been putting on yourself. You show yourself a bit of compassion. Judgment card is all about seeing scenarios or situations, dynamics from different sides and beginning to increase your compassion, right? Your compassion for someone in a particular scenario or for yourself as well. Beginning to see a situation from different sides allows you also to be less judgmental about the ways that you've behaved, right? You may have let yourself down, right? But you may have been really hard on yourself about it. And so as you begin to open up your eyes to judgment and to how we judge situations, you increase your compassion, and you certainly increase your compassion for yourself. And I say take a moment with this card because what happens is you come to a 10 of Swords. Some of you are coming to the end of this period of sort of like this very difficult period where you've really been sort of hard on yourself. You're done being hard on yourself. You're done sort of taking the, you know, the beating, the worst of everything, right? And beating yourself up. You're done beating yourself up. You're also done with a particular stage in your life that has just generally been very, very difficult, and you kind of rise above all of that. Things begin to sort of even out. Now, you're dealing with, those of you who are resonating with this, you're dealing with this week. And some of you may indeed be actually dealing with a real sort of judgment that comes through. Could be that you've been, some of you will certainly have been holding on to a particular scenario or dynamic. You may have continued to live with somebody, or continued to be in a relationship, or continued to be in a particular job or environment, living environment, because you're waiting for this official judgment to come through. And once it comes through, it's almost as if, whew, it comes through in your favor. And not only does it come through in your favor, but it comes through in such a way where you are sort of vindicated, and you no longer have to deal with whatever really, really tough time you've most recently been dealing with. It's over. And that's this week. Knight of Swords, Queen of Discs, and the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you certainly have had, somebody's coming in for you this week. Is really going to be someone who's really speaks to your sort of like mental sort of side, right? Somebody you're extremely compatible with mentally. Knight of Swords comes in, and they come in, this individual can come in with a lot of sort of like solutions, almost in a way, a lot of fresh ideas. They're very inspiring to you, Capricorn. I want to say this person comes in, and it's like this mental sort of, I want to say this mental compatibility that you have with them is really inspiring for you. And not only that, it really helps you in a particular area of your career life. So this could certainly be somebody who helps you kind of overcome a certain obstacle when it comes to your career, your finances. And it almost seems as though like this has come out of nowhere, because certainly with Wheel of Fortune, meeting this individual and sort of coming up with this solution to this path is definitely sort of exactly what you need right now. Oh my God, if you guys can hear any background noise, I'm so sorry. My neighbor has just decided to vacuum, and I can't stand this guy. I swear to God, he's like picks the worst times to decide to vacuum his tiny apartment. But in any case, I do apologize if you hear it. Okay, but for you guys who are meeting this new person, there's really a lot of fresh ideas. And they really are real original thinkers in that way, but they're real simpatico with you. This could very well be a new partner that you have a career endeavor with. This doesn't have to be a romantic sort of connection. I want to say for some of you, this is almost like the perfect work relationship, right? And it very much helps you to sort of like bring this one goal you have here to fruition. This one desire that you've been wanting in your career. You kind of, you know, it's like you see the queen there nurturing, right, her baby, her pentacle, because it's like something she's been trying. A lot of times this can be a business or a creative endeavor that you've been trying to get off the ground, right? And you put all your love and energy and time into it. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is about. But it's like something has been missing, and the missing ingredient can certainly be this Knight of Swords who comes in this week. And it's very much like a feeling of, oh wow, this was meant to be. Right? Certainly with the Wheel of Fortune turning. And for some of you, it is meant to be. It's like the missing ingredient has finally shown up. Very, very, I'm going to say this person is going to be very sort of quick in their attitude and their motion and the way they behave. They may be sort of even a little bit sort of like an up character, maybe almost seem agitated. This is the type of person who's like, they can't stand still. If you're in a bar with this person, they're always hopping from one foot to the next, moving around. It's going to be a lot of this kind of energy, but it's that energy that you really kind of need right now, Capricorn, to, you know, to fill in the missing blanks of whatever project or endeavor you're on right now. Two of Pentacles. My God, for those of you who have been following the streams today, you will know that Two of Pentacles has shown up for every single sign. Again, everybody right now is really juggling two opportunities. A lot of people are juggling two jobs, two desires in terms of your career and finances. A lot of people, the collective certainly could be juggling a 9 to 5 on the one hand and something else that you're trying to, the beginning of a business on the other hand, and you just can't let one down or they'll both fall down. Whatever the case may be, it's been very emotional for you, Capricorn. It could just also be you have a lot of responsibilities, right? You know, it could be you've graduated and now you have all of these school bills. You have a job and now you have to juggle some other opportunity to pay the school bills, and it's that sort of thing, right? Or you may be trying to pay for, you know, alimony and child support in a couple houses and still get on with your life, or whatever the case may be like that. It's that sort of chaotic sort of scenario going on right now, certainly with regard to finances and career. And temperance energy comes in. Sagittarius is associated with temperance energy. Capricorn, yeah, you realize that this week temperance comes in. I want to say that somebody certainly comes in for you that kind of helps you temper your feelings, right? Your emotions, because most recently it feels like your emotions probably have been a little bit too much to bear. Haven't had. Oh wow! Hi, in the groove. Um, yeah, could very well be that getting, that's the type of thing. You get a degree, you work to get a degree, and then it's like you're juggling other things before you're actually able to sort of manifest what you wanted with that degree, right? But whatever the case may be, that can be an example of how Two of Pentacles can sort of, it's a roller coaster. You see the water behind, which is indicative of the emotion. So it's a constant up and down. You see the river, it's just up and down, and the boat is just kind of surviving, right, on the current. This just shows you how sort of emotionally tumultuous this time has been for you. It's been very stressful, right? This is not, he's not dancing, and he's jumping around, and it's been difficult. Right, starting something, starting a business. Certainly starting a business, you're going to have to juggle different things before it comes in, but we have temperance, right? And so what we realize here with temperance, someone's going to come in for you this week with this temperance energy, and really sort of, I think, what you're going to find is that the way that they are, this could be someone you know already or someone new. This could be somebody that you work with or a friend, right? But this is a very sort of, this individual, you're going to know who I'm talking about, because the way they carry themselves and the way they make the decisions that they make, they resonate with this temperance energy. And I think for some of you, you're going to realize by watching this individual that you have been stuck in a certain area of your life, which is what has made all of this chaos happen. Okay, you've had Hanged Man energy. So in some area in your life, and let me explain this. I'm going to take a moment with this because I'm going to be taking a break after Capricorn. Hanged Man energy is oftentimes interpreted as stuck energy. This is not necessarily the case. The Hangman isn't stuck. If you look at him, he's just not making an effort, right? He's hanging by one foot. He's not even making an effort to hang there, right? His hands are behind his back, and it indicates, he makes the sign of the four, the cross upside down four, which shows that stability is not really there. There's an illusion of stability there. But it's not that he's stuck. He just can't be bothered. Now, this is the same as also sort of settling for less, taking certain things for granted, things not being inspired enough. These are all energies associated with the Hanged Man. But when the Hanged Man comes out, he is woken up to his sort of like lackadaisical ways and realizes now, because something has made him want to work harder or better. Now, I say this because this energy is what wakes up the Hanged Man. Whatever this temperance energy is, temperance is also, associated with Sagittarius. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, perhaps, but whatever the case may be, and I hate saying that because that could be, when I say Sagittarius, it could be someone who has Sagittarius in their natal chart anywhere. So it doesn't necessarily mean a sun sign Sagittarius. They may have a Mercury in Sagittarius. You don't know the natal charts of everyone around you. So please do not get hung up on sun signs. But temperance energy will show you where you have been settling for less, or where you have been really not putting enough energy. It will wake you up to that. And it's all of this that's going to impact this scenario right here. And that's going to happen for you this week, Capricorn. For some of you, right? For some of you, this may resonate for you indeed. Ace of Cups, Hermit energy, and Nine of Wands. Okay, so some of you, interesting. Some of you have certainly had a love connection recently or starting a new love connection, a new offer of love has come into your life, a new option or opportunity for radiating love has come in, but it has immediately made you withdraw. Hermit energy has immediately made you sort of feel like, Hermit, of course, is Virgo energy, your sister Earth sign. But it's really pulled you into this, hang on a second, am I ready for this relationship? Why? Because for some of you, you're still not out of a particular difficulty here. All right, Nine of Wands is, you're not at a Ten of Wands yet. You're not at a completion yet. You're not at an end stage yet. You're at Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands talks about just now, with Nine of Wands, you are just beginning to see that the nine wands of your current situation, what they are. You're just beginning to see what these wands that you've collected along the way are. And oftentimes, as you begin to, do you see the character looking back? He's looking back on this most recent time in his life where he has collected these wands, hang-ups, if you will, you know, uh, negative self-thinking, low self-esteem, things like that. Baggage, right? The baggage that we collect over a really difficult period. You see the character is bandaged on his head, so he's been hurt. This has been a period of a lot of trials and tribulations, and he starts to see, looks back on these difficult periods, starts to see all of these hang-ups that he's accumulated, starts to see them for what they are. This is the preparation stage for moving up to a tens. It is also another nine. Nine of Wands. And of course, the Hermit is the major arcana 9. But here we're talking about you're just not quite out of this stage. And so you're reluctant to pick up this new cup. Right? Some of you are very reluctant to pick up this new cup. And so you pull back. You're not ready. You certainly pull back. And I think it's right and proper to possibly pull back. You don't necessarily have to say, I don't want it at all. You want to necessarily keep up your communication. And remember here about octopus energy, setting up boundaries. It could be that you may just need to set boundaries here with this individual coming in and let them know that certain areas of your life you're still kind of busy with something there. You're not quite finished with this particular stage in your life, and it requires your energy and attention, and certainly with that Hermit energy, whatever it is you're going through here is something that's very personal to you. It's private. You're walking this path very much alone. You don't require anybody's energy in it, but you do require the time to finish it before you pick up a new cup. All right? And I get that. And this is what I was saying. It's safe for you to love and stay optimistic. Stay optimistic about this cup of love, because whoever you're connecting with this cup of love, it's the potentiality. The potential is there, right? Aces are the potentials of all the suits. So with Ace of Cups, we have all the potential in the world for a great love connection here, right? But you know in your heart of hearts, Capricorn, that you just need to kind of finish whatever this little thing is over here. This could very well be a relationship. It could be a certain responsibility that you've been shouldering that is about to come to an end. If you've been taking care of a sick loved one, or if you've been shouldering a certain burden or responsibility, you're about to come to the end of shouldering it. You're about to lay down these wands as well. But you certainly need to do that before this love connection. This is the last spread. Sun, Eight of Cups, and Knight of Wands. So some of you with the Sun energy, you're going to be getting a lot of clarity this week. Clarity comes in, reaffirmation comes in. Again, cheetah energy is the solar energy coming from within, pushing forward from within, right? Sun energy, some of you are going to be very much resonating with it this week. In the sense that you're going to be feeling very confident. You're going to be feeling very much like, life kind of is reaffirming to you everywhere you are at that you are where you should be, right? Very optimistic. Sun energy is very optimistic, very, very much looking forward to the future and having positive visions about the future. Everything's falling in place, right? And you have this energy coming in, and certainly with a particular, it could be with a particular relationship or area in your life, but also it's interesting, this Eight of Cups comes in for some of you Capricorns, and you realize that, and it's interesting because back here, what we were talking about, closing off this relationship, or this sort of, and for some of you, this could very well be sort of a toxic relationship that you just need to end, right? Some of you here this week end it with the Eight of Cups. You move away. You decide to move away and put the boundary. And again, 8 is the number for boundaries, strengths, and weaknesses. Again, with the boundaries and octopus, some of you realize that where you need to put boundaries in place, and how that will allow you to let the right people into your life and allow you to walk away from those who are not giving you what you need or not respecting your boundaries. So you walk away from those shallow sort of connections and walk up, and this character is really sort of ascending to a deeper level of engagement in his relationships because he's putting boundaries in place. And so for some of you, you're doing that this week, and in comes the Knight of Wands, in the sense that it's like, it makes way for the right person to come in. You turn your back on what was sort of really not good for you and really bringing you down in a shallow sort of interaction with people, and you make way for this Knight of Wands who comes in, who is exactly the type of individual that you need in your life right now. Someone who supports you, who's enthusiastic, who's sort of, the Knight of Wands is the great cheerleader. He's the one who's like, yeah, I believe in you. He cheers your cause. If nobody else believes in you, the Knight of Wands believes in you, right? The Knight of Wands also will sort of champion you. He's your advocate. He's your champion. He's the one who will tell you, don't worry about what they say. I believe in you, and I'll help you as much as I can with my enthusiasm, my fire, right? Very, very beautiful. Some of you certainly, and why do you make this decision? Because of that sun energy, this clarity that comes into your life. And this could be very well be scenarios or events that happen, or have most recently happened, that have opened your eyes to the need for this change in your life, for being more discerning about who you let in and how close you let them in. All right, guys. In the Groove, thank you so much for stopping by. I do love your logo there. It's really cool. It reminds me of Church of the Scientific. I forget the name of it, but I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. But in any case, guys, thank you very, very much for stopping by. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. If you enjoyed this weekly reading, please like and subscribe. Hit the notifications, so the bell, which lets you basically know whenever my videos are going to be uploaded or uploading. I'm going to take a little break, finish up dinner, and then I will be back in a little while, probably about an hour, I believe. I will be back to start off the air signs, and we will be coming back with Gemini. Then later on tonight, there will be water signs finishing up. And then if I have time tonight, I will indeed be doing a question and answer live stream session for you guys as well. All right. Thank you so much. And I'll see you later. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.